This is Floridian Rollo coming at you with a video. So it came upon my recommendation that Divinely Artist decided to go on from a channel called The Spiritual Connection, aka Michael, that's from the Straightway. And it was talking about the Ringo situation and the Dowell situation. So what we're gonna do is hear it. All right, let's go to it right now. I'm gonna break this down, tell you what's really going on with this. All right, let's get to the video right now. And no, I don't deal with none of these people, okay? Let me make that clear. I don't deal with none of these people whatsoever. Just breaking it down. Let's see what's going on.
All right. Shalom, how's it going? Michael, right?
Yeah, going good.
How's it going, Michael? And first and foremost, I just want to say Gratitude, peace and blessings to you and everybody in the chat. I see that.
All right, so this young man, Divinely Artist, is trying to find out what's going on that side of town. So let's see what happens. Let's see.
You open up your panel for some questions. And I just had one question for you.
Okay.
Just the back scene of where my question is coming from. I've been pretty much seeing the videos and the back and forth that's been going on, not just with you, but also with Pat.
I don't know if somebody's distracting Michael or Michael's distracted. He seems distracted because he's looking away from the camera, so he seems distracted. Somebody's distracting him about something. While this guy is asking him a particular question. Let's go.
Pastor Dowell and Ringo and all the other men and so on and so forth. If you can't tell, I'm on the younger side. You know, I'm coming in this world in my manhood, trying to figure out which way I should go in this world. And
the only way you're going to figure out what's going on in this world is do what you're supposed to do. Because the more you get involved in something, the more you're going to be sidetracked. Let's pay attention.
As I see this discourse between brothers that look like me, my question is to you, brother, what's the end goal?
Okay, that's your whole question?
He's looking around too much. He's obviously distracted with the family or people that's coming in and out of the facility.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah. I muted your mic. I'm gonna unmute it when I'm done because I'm getting an echo. So. All right. All right. So what the brother asks is, in a nutshell, what I say he's asking is, what's the point of it? In a nutshell, Ringo made an accusation that cannot be backed up biblically. And in doing that.
All right. So, you know that Dowell is basically dealing with Eric's wife. And according to Eric, he did not divorce her. However, according to Dowell, according to Eric's former wife and his daughter and his sons, they want nothing to do with Eric, according to them. So that's what Dowell and them saying. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's continue.
He's violating one of the 10 commandments. And it's our job, just like the Bible verse.
It's not only 10 commandments, it's 611 commandments. Let's continue.
I quoted, it said, have nothing to do with the unfruitful works of darkness. And unfruitful works of darkness are people who are not obedient to the word. It says have nothing to do with it, but rather reprove it. Okay? And that means correct it, put it out there. You see what I'm saying? So Ringo went for over a month, made well over 100 hours worth of videos, lying, making false accusations. People were in agreement with it, feeling like it's true, but it wasn't. So what are these people now? They're sinning too. They're also in sin. They're also transgressing because they're following and listening to something somebody's saying that is not scriptural. So they're being misled. And it is our responsibility as people who are obedient to the word to warn the sheep that they're getting misled, that there's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
All I'm going to say is that you better off doing your own thing. Stay away from a lot of the congregations, a lot of these churches, these quote unquote communities, because you're going to be dealing with all types of madness eventually. Not everybody's going to see your side. They're going to see who's the bigger person. That's how it is in the society. It is what it is. So let's continue. A lot of you young men gonna have to make your decisions.
Out there misleading them. And what we've been doing, if you listen closely to our videos, we're backing things up with scripture on what we're saying concerning him. And the man, Ringo has a lot of followers. Um, a lot of people following him, and the things he's done the past month or so now, it's over a month now, are straight up against the word. But what he does is he plays on people's feelings and emotions. Every move we're making,
Divinely, artist is shaking his head as to agree in a sense. You can see him bobbling his head, so he's really listening and agreeing. So let's continue.
when you see the videos I've been doing, when you see the videos Pastor Dowell's been doing, we can Bible every move that we make. Now, one last thing to you, brother. If you go and you look on my channel, you're going to see some videos where maybe a handful of videos, 5 or 6 videos where I'm coming at Ringo. But you want to know what you're also going to see? You're going to see a bunch of videos about how men are to build self-esteem. You're going to see videos on how men are.
Let me say this. If you think about it, people are going to pay attention to both sides and what both sides is doing. It's obvious. And so just looking and observing, hey, they do show more of working together. It is what it is for the most part. Now, they're going to have to deal with their karma. Everybody going to have to deal with their karma. At the same time, what a lot of people are going to notice is what the other guys doing on the other side. Because, for the most part, Straightway does have an establishment throughout the world. Now, these guys are very known, the other guys over there, and they have a big following and stuff like that. So, hey, it is what it is, Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm mentioning this. Look, I'm already far removed from these people, far removed from this type of area. I'm just bringing it up because Devon, the artist, is in this. He's trying to get some answers. We'll see what happens. Let's go.
Are to be husbands and everything like that. You're going to see videos of us doing work, how we work together as a nation, as brothers. You go on Pastor Dowell's channel.
Hey, how's it going? Just got a new shipment in here from YouTube. As you can see, I'm so excited to open these.
You're going to see a couple videos about Ringo. Okay. But then you know what you're also going to see? You're going to see videos of the work they're doing on Straightway. Videos of him warning you about silver and a myriad of things that a man or a woman would need to know to live a fruitful, blessed life. Now you go over there to Ringo's channel. You first you're gonna go back a little bit. You're gonna see a whole month of nothing but videos making false accusations against Pastor. And then and sprinkled into that, you're gonna see gossip videos about other stuff going on. It's like a woman's hair salon with all the gossip over there. It's not fruitful. And I said all that because, like you said, you're a young man. You're looking to find your way in life. You need to. What the word says is, you will know them by their fruit. Anyway, I'm unmuted and hand the floor back over to you.
My apologies. Excuse my little one in the back scenes, but let me see if I could rephrase that question. As far as the content and even the overall, I guess, situation at hand, what do you feel as though is going to be the end solution? Or what do you want to be the end solution? Why do you make the videos that you make, and why does Pastor Dowell make the videos that he makes? Right. What do you want to be able to say that this is going to be the outcome of those videos?
I'll tell you what not what I want to be the outcome. I'm gonna tell you what the outcome of these videos is,
Here we
because it's
go.
happening now.
Here we go.
We have people waking up and realizing that they've been deceived, that they've been misled, that what Ringo's over there saying and doing is lies, is deceit, does go against the word. And they realize that what we're saying is the truth. You see what I'm saying? So when you that, and we standing on truth, as long as those lies are coming out and being put out there, we're going to combat it with the truth. And we've been seeing the fruit of it, because I've had people coming to me in my comments, sometimes in the live chat, and subscribing to my channel and realizing that they've been misled. And that's book. That's what we supposed to do. We supposed to stand on book. You see what I'm saying? I handed. Could you hear me? You gotta mute your mic. Your mic's muted.
Okay. So now my next thing is, I'm viewing all of you older gentlemen as models, as some sort of.
Well, I've been saying you should not worship no other man. Give man credit for what they do. However, don't worship no other man, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be clouding your own judgment based on worshiping men, trying to appease to men. Don't do that.
Vision into the future of saying, is this how I behave as a man? If someone's slandering me, do I take then forth my platform to use and make videos to talk about them? And as you said, as I'm kind of hearing what you were pretty much relaying is,
here we go. Let's see what happens with the response.
That you make these videos alongside Pastor Dowell to discredit what the other brother is saying. Vice versa. I feel as though Ringo is making these videos to also discredit the scriptural doctrine or congregation you guys have over there.
Oh, he's calling out both sides now. He's calling out both sides. Hey, it is what it is. He's calling out both sides.
At the end of the day, how is that beneficial for anybody? If this is the time and the energy that men in this day and age are putting forth, instead of building and actually having a mindset that isn't about gossip, that isn't about pretty much bashing one another, because the same things that I'm seeing right now, as far as Ringo doing what he's doing, hey, you guys are also doing the same thing. So now it looks as though it's some type of hypocrisy. And so you're saying, you're showing.
Here we go. He's saying both sides of hypocrisy.
Videos about you building this community and so on and so forth. I ended up seeing a video that Pastor Dowell dropped on his channel, and it was kind of disheartening, because I looked at Pastor Dowell as a pastor, and there are certain expectations.
He admit that he looked at Pastor Dowell as a pastor. Oh man. Here we go.
Certain standards that you believe, or that comes to mind as someone in that stature should be able to behave and operate, even as far as having a page that has content on it. You know, if you're talking about, you're a doctor, right? You're not going to be on your YouTube channel smoking and doing things, of course, doctors don't recommend. So now I'm looking at you guys as channels, and I'm like, the same things that they're preaching about, they're pretty much doing. And then it's getting to the point where, can I really say that anybody on any party, any side is a man? Why is this keep on going on?
Oh, he's calling out both sides. Is both parties in question, are they men? Or is this theatric on both sides. Let's see how he responds to this.
And I'm looking as a young man, it's really disheartening. It's discouraging. You know, I really want to walk in the faith and the truth and the light. You know, all praises to the Most High for giving me the spiritual aptitude to have my own right. I don't need a pastor. I know how to read the Bible. But to say that you, man, hey, you guys were light in this world. And to say that you use your channel to pretty much darken another brother, it kind of, like I said in the beginning, it's a little bit of hypocrisy.
Here we go.
All right. So you said a whole bunch, so I'm going to try to hit it all. So in a nutshell, I already told you that what we're saying, we backing it up with truth. Okay. What I was talking about earlier in this show that I'm doing right here, what I was talking about earlier is a lot of men that they get squeamish when there's confrontation. But when you look in the book, there's confrontation. Jesus, we got a lot of people, when Jesus went over there and flipped over the table of those money changers, okay, a lot of people would be like, well, why'd you have to go in there and do that? Why are you going back and forth? Why are you going back and forth with the Pharisees? It's contending for the faith. Again, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, like a lot of people do, and you listen into what's being said back and forth between us and Ringo, what you're going to see, if you look in the truth, if you look in the book, just like I said earlier, every move we make, we can Bible it. So if you're saying, you made your analogy of a doctor, and then you made the analogy of Pastor Dowell and his channel, and this, that, and other. When you look at Pastor's channel, and when you read the Bible and see what a pastor's to do, you're going to see his channel looks just like a pastor's channel. It don't look like a Christian pastor's channel, but it looks like a pastor's channel. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to tell it to you. Confrontation is not a sin. Being confrontational, you know what I'm saying? That's not a sin in the Bible. Like checking, giving people a strong rebuke. You see, the prophets did that all through the Bible. The people wanted to kill them. You know what I'm saying? When you read through the word, it's a book. There's warfare, blood, and confrontation all through the book. Because we combating evil and deception. It's what it is. It comes with the territory. Again, we've been sold this lie and this deception of Catholicism and Christianity, and it's peaceful and docile and this fake look, and that's not what it is. So what I would ask you is, I want you to show me biblically where what we're doing is off, where we're exposing somebody who is deceitful and lying and directing those lies and deceit at people who are righteous. People who, when you look on our channels and you take a good look at our channels, you could just look at the thumbnails on Pastor's channel and on my channel, and you see people who are living this word out. And then you go over there and look at his, and you see somebody who's
He is shaking his head in agreement, or he's shaking his head just to shake his head. Just by the observation, he's shaking his head in agreement, yet still want answers about their side. Because he's not choosing sides. At the same time, he want to know what's really going on their side.
they've made a living off gossip. You see what I'm saying? And hey, we're not out there. There's plenty of people out there, my brother, doing wickedness on YouTube. But look, when you come bring it over here and direct it to us, hey, look, we're going to check it. We're going to expose it. when it gets set in front of us, like a man should do. And pastor is being just that. He's being a pastor. He's protecting his flock, just like a man should protect his family from anything that threatens it, that's coming against it, that's deceiving. And he's even, both of us, we're even leaning over a little further backwards because a lot of those people, like I said, who follow Ringo are deceived. I'll show you comments of people who are coming up out of there, unsubscribing from his channel because they realize.
Well, there's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of people have recently unsubscribed from Ringo, Newbury as well, and others, more than likely. There's some truth to that. Some people have, comment on it, their comment section. I wouldn't say he lying about that. Or other people's channels I'm not aware of. There's some truth to that. I wouldn't say he lying about that. However, let's continue.
If we sit there and listen to 6-hour videos for Ringo for the next couple of years, we're not going to go nowhere. But we follow true men of God, we will get our lives together and have life and have it more abundantly. That's
his opinion based on his observation. That the speculation is if they listen to Ringo and them, they're not improving. Where's the people improving with their life with Ringo and Newbury? But he ain't saying Newbury. He's mentioning Ringo more. However, it's the two if you think about it in code. Okay, let's continue.
Does that make sense? Let me know. I'm unmute you. Go ahead.
Here we go.
Or you have to unmute yourself.
Let's see what he says.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Well, my thing is pretty much the behavior that I'm seeing, And when I see men going back and forth, behavior as far as what you show us, the speech, the way that you guys talk, and honestly, who wants to be called out of their name and to say we're all men, right? Where does the respect come in as far as what you guys are doing? And then how does this, obviously, if you feel like you're being threatened or some fashion along that, why isn't this expedited to someone else who can, if you really want the end solution for him to stop, why is this not being expedited up to say that this is slander, this is defamation of character? These are all things that are, you can take that to the court, right? So my thing is there a better way to handle this than what you are handling it right now? Or are you going to use the same tactics of the people who are, of course, thrashing and bashing you?
Okay. So let me answer that. So the way this all started, Ringo was cool with Pastor Dowell. Talked to him.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Also, I've also seen it wasn't just Ringo making videos. It was people prior to Ringo making videos. And why wasn't that given the same?
All right. So Ringo originally, he was cool with Pastor Dowell. Okay. And okay. So he has a big following. Okay. And
he has a big following, so of course that's going to bother them because he has a more following than Pastor Dowell. So he admitting straightway, Michael and them is admitting that Ringo has more of a huge following, more of a reach than they do, even though they're getting more work done according to what we see, right? So that goes to show you that you can have a lot more things done. This person has been going in. Y'all been going in on him. He's going in on y'all, and he has more of a reach. Now, I know they went in on me. I don't have nothing to do with them no more. I'm done with them. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, this situation right here ain't going to go away anytime soon.
It was all good. They were on speaking terms. They talk on the phone. I remember one time I was doing a sound check and he came in the comments and said, he was trying to help me out with the sound check, all that stuff online. Okay. Everything was good. Then out of the blue, at the beginning of March, he started doing all these videos, accusing of this, accusing of that, this, that, and the other. Mind you, he didn't reach out to Pastor. He didn't call him, nothing. Just started doing videos. One video after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. You know what we did over here? Nothing. Kept working, kept getting after it, kept doing what we need to do. Here it is, halfway through the month, video after video, 4 hours long, 9 hours long, 6 hours long, video after video. You know what we did? Nothing. We just ignored it. We ain't gonna worry about it. We got plenty of people making videos about us all the time, but he just kept going. And the numbers of people following it got bigger, and the questions started getting asked, and it started getting in front of everybody, and he keep going. And look, hey, we patient. We're exercising patience, and we're exercising long suffering, just like the word says. But hey, guess what? It continued going, and the lies kept getting even bigger. And then we addressed it as we should. And we opened up a show for him to come on, for us to discuss it on a public in front of all the people out there. We opened the show up so it could be discussed in front of everybody, even though he had skipped over what the Bible says. First, you go to your brother, then you bring it before some elders, and then you bring it out to the public. Well, he skipped that, but we opened up a show so we could have a public discord. Nope, nobody showed up. You see what I'm saying? So then now this is where we're at, and we're going to expose the evil, just like the word says. Now, again, I'm just telling you, at the age of 26, I went on a journey to become a truly masculine man, because I had realized all the way up until the age of 26, I realized I'd been subtly deceived to be feminine and had been deceived into being feminized by this society. So at the age of 26, I got on my journey of studying what it means to be a masculine man, a real man, a biblically masculine man. Here I am, I'm almost 50 now, and I get it. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't, you know, talk aggressively and do this and do that. Bro, that ain't book. You can't Bible that. That's not masculine. That's females be on some stuff like that. If somebody's off and they misleading people, you need to call them out. When people are standing on the train tracks and the train's coming, you don't sit there whispering. You yell and you call it out. You see this all through the word. You understand what I'm saying?
Calling all insurance agents. Imagine you could offer your clients not just protection.
So, I mean, it would behoove you to go over there and question Ringo, but I'm going to tell you, he's not going to give you a chance to question him.
Meaning he will block you. That's what he's saying. If you say something he don't agree with, he will block you. He's telling Divinely Artist this. That's what he's saying.
He'll delete you out of the comments. You'll never get on Ringo's show. He's not hearing nothing. In his mind, he's arrived at the truth without any evidence. He's in his feelings. Now, mind you, the guy Rollo, he did the same thing with Rollo. He arrived.
Here we go. My name was mentioned. Oh my goodness. What I got to do with this? Here we go. Let's see what Michael says.
That a false conclusion with him and completely deleted him out of his life.
Well, yeah. They believe that I set them up, which I didn't. And I'm going to stick to it to this day. New Breed has something to do with it. And he was still following Tate on Instagram. I talked about that before. And so time will tell. I'm going to leave it at that. And yes, they both dish me to the side. That's life, man. I grow up, man. I ain't got time for that stuff. They say what they say over there. You know, the chick, whatever the case may be, you know what she said. And I say, yo, man, whatever. Time will tell what's going on with them. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Because him and New Breed reached a false conclusion. So my recommendation is that if you look at,
I do agree with Michael on that. Ain't no way I set these dudes up. However, New Breed did set me up. And how I know it to be the case is I looked at certain videos of me getting there and I seen the observation. I'll leave it at that. Let's go.
stuff through spiritual discerning eyes and not emotion. Oh, they're yelling. Oh, Pastor Dowell sounds aggressive. He's damn right he aggressive. Like we both, I'm aggressive. I just got my blood. I got a comprehensive metabolic panel back, and my testosterone was way up there. I am. People around me tell you I'm aggressive. That's how a man should be. This is what it looks like. But we've been brainwashed into a feminized society thinking, oh, there shouldn't be any conflict or any confrontation, or it needs to go this way. Now, I will, because I do hear a tone of this when I hear you talk, brother, is that you want to see true brotherhood. And I get that in your speech and your approach and how you came on here. Well, I'm going to tell you, Ringo and the fruit he puts out, we really don't regard him as a brother because he's not obedient to the word. But if you look on my channel, I put a video out, Sunday Fun Day. You can see true brotherhood. Like we document the brotherhood we have here among our brothers here. We had over 60 brothers come out to the straightway community because pastor had asked for help. He only needed 20. 60 brothers came out. We got there. Everybody was laughing, working together, getting the work done, pulling together like a nation, like the Bible says. These people like Ringo and New Breed, they're not like that. Look how they did Rollo. Look how they just cut him off and ostracized him. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Now let's see how he's going to respond to that. And that's going to tell me a lot. Let's see how he responds to that. Let's go. Uh-oh.
And I thank you, brother, for allowing me to get on your platform to be able to have this conversation with you. At the end of the day, you know, I'm a man of my own right. And to say, you know, being able to have these conversations with the parties at hand, it really gives me clarification because I was looking and I'm just in array like, man, what's going on here? These, you know, I'm over here. I really wasn't that big into YouTube. And as far as like having a community, spiritual community and whatnot, but I'm seeing brothers and whatnot come on these platforms and talk about the Most High and talk about God. And, you know, I gravitate towards that because that's literally my whole life. You know, I don't need a church. I don't need a congregation, but to say I see other brothers in other places where, you know, I just try to soak up some knowledge from them. And it got to the point where, you know, I'm seeing all of this unfold this year. And honestly, I just wanted to sit down and have these conversations with these so-called men that have created for themselves some sort of, not even name, but, you know, foundation, and have some type of backing of the Most High as they advertise. And it's like, is this the way that we portray our behavior? And I get it. When you talk about yelling and being masculine and all of that, yeah, I know what it is to be a man. As you can see, I got kids, I got daughters. So, hey, when I speak to them and when I need them to do something, my wife calls me. And of course, I ain't whispering to them. But it gets to a point where that masculinity turns into what they call it, toxic masculinity. And then it turns into slander. And so take a view in my eyes. I don't know you guys, but I see you guys from down the block. All I see is two grown men yelling back and forth. Oh, you got long hair. Oh, you know, you did that. You did that. That's all I see is two grown men yelling at each other back and forth from far away. Which one am I supposed to say is the wise man, and which one am I supposed to say is the fool?
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, hey, mute your thing because I'm getting feedback off. Again, you got to stick to the scripture, and the scripture tells you to prove all things and hold fast to that which is true. So you see two men doing this, you said down the street, walk up, go see who's who and what's what, because we sitting here telling you to come test our boasts, come see our fruit, come get around the saints, see if we're who we say we are, because the Bible tells you to do that. You will know them by their fruit. You ain't gonna know me from I could fake the funk here on video. That's easy. Come look into my life. See, Straightway is an open book.
You heard what he said. Let's go.
We ain't ducking no smoke. We try to prove it with all the moves we make in our actions. You ain't gonna see that with these other clowns. They have nothing no tangible fruit that's provable. So when you say you as a young man, how are you supposed to know? If you know anything about Straightway, it's always an option to come and check us out, visit, talk to somebody, get with a local fellowship that's a local fellowship that's in your area. That option is always there. You see what I'm saying? So, and again, that's biblical. Prove all things and hold fast to that which is true. You need to start trying to peer behind the scenes of Straightway, and you need to try to peer behind the scenes of Ringo TV. And that's biblical. And then see where you get. Go ahead.
Here we go.
Yeah. And I am doing such that. And I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate you allowing me on your platform to have this conversation with you. Of course, it gives me more insight on, just discerning who is who. And I see a comment in there from brothers, stop eating from multiple tables. I don't know what that means, but as far as me seeing other brothers, hey, I operate totally independently. It's not like I'm not bashing you. I ain't bashing Ringo. I'm just looking. And so I'm looking because not only are you a representation of the Most High, but y'all look like me. Y'all a representation of me as well. So it gets to the point where I'm trying to figure out where can there be a solution. That's why in the beginning I asked you, what is the end goal to this?
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you could access up to.
And and like I said, the end goal is exposing the truth.
For what though? Like, what do you want people to stop following Ringo? Do you want his channel to be canceled? Do you want speak and say what the end goal is? Because I pretty much got his end goal. He said he don't want nobody following Straightway. Obviously, he wants Straightway to fall down. And
hey, look, y'all want people.
He did say that. He did. Here we go. Let's see what they say. Let's see what Michael says.
Following us.
Okay.
Who cares what he say? You see what I'm saying? My goal ain't to shut his channel. I'm exposing the evil. As long as he putting videos out that are lying about us, we're gonna put videos out setting the truth straight. And look at the fruit. We got a young brother like you. Now you inquiring who's who, what's what. And let's just say it was just you. This whole thing has been worth it if one brother like you wake up and realize who's real and who's fake. See, we sitting here, hey, come check me. Come visit Straightway Nashville or something. Follow Straightway for a while. Because look, what you're talking about is maybe 10 videos Pastor's made. I don't even think he made that many about Ringo. Well, why don't you go look at just the hundreds of videos pastors made in the past 2 months? That ain't about Ringo. That's about helping you get your spirit right, get your house in order, get your life right, get things in order. And compare what pastors saying in those videos or what I'm saying in my videos, compare that to what the Bible says, and then go over there and watch Ringo for 2 months and compare what he says, or 2 years, or whatever length of time you want to. Prove all things, hold fast to that which is true. That's what you got to do. Because look, brother, and everybody watching, this is why it's so imperative, bro. The deception is on a level today that is mind-boggling. I'm a gray-haired old man. I'm in my 40s now, getting ready to be 50. And I'm telling you, for you young brothers, it's critical that you prove all things and hold fast to that which is true. Especially you got a family. You got to lead them right. And we sitting here trying to tell you, bro, there's not a lot of truth out here. There's not. These people full of shit. They're trying to Ringo came on his video and said he makes money off that, and that's why he does it. He'll waste 6 hours of your day telling you bullshit so he can make some money and put money in his pocket. Pastor don't gotta do videos on YouTube. His YouTube channel demonetized. He doing this out of love, trying to wake people up. Don't believe anything I said, young brother. Go test it. And it's not hard to find me. It ain't hard to find Straightway. We ain't ducking smoke. You know, if you want to visit, whatever, follow Straightway for a while and then see about visiting. That's what you do. That's how you operate. That's how you move through life. So your life don't turn into a disaster like most of our people. Does that make sense?
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming on, brother. Did you have anything else?
No, that was it. Thank you for letting me inquire. Thank you for letting me test the spirit.
Yep. All right. Bless you. All right. So, hey, that was a good brother, man. I'm glad he came on. This is what it's about. This why I let people come on. Because I mean, people, there's a lot. Listen, y'all, there's a lot of phoniness and fake stuff out there. Okay. Hey, y'all, let me know if my audio's low. Somebody's saying my audio's low. There's a lot of phoniness and fakeness going on out there. You know, and hey, what I try to do spiritual combat and Michael Israel about is footwork and keeping it as real as it could be. We trying to show you as best as we could show you on here. We trying to show you that, yo, we ain't faking it, man. We not faking it. Somebody said, I think the end goal should be Ringo apologizing and repenting for 100+ of slanderous video. Look, it's what it is. Look, as long as he want to keep talking, we gonna keep talking. You know, we gave him a chance. We gave him a whole month and all that. But hey, we ain't gonna let you mislead a bunch of people. You know, and as you see, just if we just gain one brother out of that deception, then all this is worth it, you know. All right, and this is what the brother said. He said, thank you again for allowing me on and answering my questions. Peace and blessings to you and yours. Okay, so that's what the brother said there. Okay.
The question is, what is Divinely Artist looking into? Me personally, everything happens for a reason. I would say stay to yourself, test the spirit, see what these people are in person, And I'll leave it at that when that time comes. As for me, I'm just observing. And hey, people gonna be people.
But anyway, y'all, I think it was a pretty good show. And what we gonna do, man, I gotta get ready hit the gym, so I gotta wrap this up. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and shalom, shalom.
All right, so let's get down to what's going on in the chat. Okay. All right, so this is what I want to do. I want to see what you want to say about this. I want to see what you guys want to. If you want to come on and say something about it, now will be the time. What's your take on Divinely Artist going on the platform? What's your take on him going on the platform and all that? Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see who decides to come on. You know, I don't deal with none of these people no more. So make that clear. I don't deal with none of these people. It just so happens I wanted to see what Divinely Artist had to say. You did? Put a photo just in case. Put a photo just in case. Let's see if anybody decides to come on. Let's see if somebody decides to come on and talk about this. The question is, how come I can't see this individual on my phone, only on the back end? Oh yeah, because this person is not subscribed to my channel no more. That makes sense. Let's see if anybody decides to come on, which I doubt it. I heavily doubt it. I heavily doubt it. So, yeah, it is what it is, you know? Yeah. So Divinely Artist decided to go on there, came to my recommendation. I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about it and see what's really going on. So, to me, it seemed like he's disappointed with both sides, and he has his right to. And to Michael and to everybody else, look, I don't talk to those dudes. I don't watch those dudes' platforms whatsoever. I'm so far removed from that side of town. And it's a good thing that I look at it from this standpoint. They didn't believe in me from the get-go. It is what it is. And it's been proven. And so when I look at that, I always say, you can't go by what people say to you, for you. And so they didn't believe. And so people that don't even like me even saying it, that I had nothing to do with it, that tells you a lot. So, hey, it is what it is. Got to keep it moving. I would just say to you young guys, you make your decision who you want to listen to, who you want to follow, who you want to get information for. Just be mindful and cognizant of what you do. That's all I got to say on that. So I'm going to close it out. Nobody wants to come on and talk about it. I get it. So a lot of their followers is watching. Both sides is watching in the clouds. They're going to do the report. Oh, he's talking. He's salty. Nah, I ain't salty. I'm doing other things. So with that said, I am signing off. We get on out of here. It's a nice day and 100-degree weather. My, oh my, oh my. All right, let's close it out with my jam. Peace out.